Okay, so a lot of people have been asking me what was my favorite game growing up as a kid. But to tell you the truth, I grew up in the golden age of gaming. We had Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, Zelda, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, the list goes on and on. So I'm going to narrow it down to the game I probably invested the most time into when I was growing up. That game is Super Mario Kart. So some of the things that make Mario Kart so basic and so easy to play are that there's only actually a couple ways you can play Mario Kart. If you're playing by yourself, there's the Grand Prix where you race against the other computers and go for the gold. There's also the time trials in the one-player mode where you can race on every track, try to set the best record, and race actually against a ghost version of your best time. Which makes it a little bit funner if you don't have that extra person to play with. You can go out there, set some high scores, and then race against yourself and see if you can beat yourself. Now when you're playing two-player, you can still do the Grand Prix, you could still do individual matches like you would expect from any two-player game, but the best thing about Mario Kart is the battle mode in two-player. Now in this mode, you take your buddy on head-to-head in Mortal Kombat. That's right, all the weapons, all the things from the game on 4 individual tracks designed for you to kill each other. So when you play the Grand Prix mode, you'll be quickly introduced to all the characters this game has to offer. There's no hidden characters or anything like that in this game. Now, the characters in the game include Mario and Luigi, Yoshi, Princess Toadstool, Bowser, Donkey Kong, a Koopa Trooper, and Toad. Every character also has his own unique weapon. Some of these weapons you can actually pick up while you race around the track, but others are actually quite unique and individual to the characters themselves. And even if you play with those characters, you don't have these weapons as an option to you. Now the weapons you'll have at your disposal while you battle your other Mario Kart opponents are the green shell. This thing you can fire straight ahead, or you can drop it behind you in case someone's tailgating. You have the red shell, which is the heat seeker. It'll go after whoever's in front of you, take them down a peg or two. You have the coins. Now the coins actually make you go faster from what I hear, but if you have 0 and an opponent hits you, you automatically burn out. So as lame as coins seem, it's a good thing to have a nice little stockpile of them. The bananas you can also drop behind you in case the tailgater's on you, or you can fire the banana distance ahead of you, but be careful, the banana you might hit yourself. You also have the lightning, which you can get I think only if you're in last place and if you're really desperate, because this shrinks all your opponents down to miniature versions of themselves, and then you can run them over, which is always fun to do, but losing isn't fun, so I don't recommend it. Stars, typical star, lights you up. Anybody who touches you burns out. It also speeds you up a little bit. And you also have the feather. I don't recall this from any Mario other than Mario 3, and it basically just makes it so you can jump a bit of a gap. And there's only a couple spots in the game where this is actually beneficial to you, but I guess they had to think of something. Now the levels are exactly what you would expect from the Super Mario world, because that is where Super Mario Kart takes most of the ideas from, is Super Mario World. Now you'll recognize them instantly as you race through Bowser's Castle, the Ghost House, Koopa's Beach, and some of the less common ones that you've never seen before would probably be the Mario Circuits, which just so happen to be some of my favorite races. As you progress, however, and you get the gold medals in everyone, you'll unlock the Special Cup. The Special Cup, I don't believe, was taken from Super Mario World because of the Rainbow Road, but I'm going to let you figure out which levels are contained in Super World, so you'll have to go and play this again, or if you haven't played it yet, go pick it up and give her a try.